All right, let's talk about user input. This is actually my favorite part of any programming language.
This is where the fun begins.
So, user input. It allows for the code to ask the user for input, usually for displaying or processing data. You will want to prompt the user to enter something with a cout followed by a cin and store the input in a variable. So first you set a variable and ask the user to input, and whatever they put in after getting prompted, it'll be stored in that variable. And you'll see what I mean as we do the example. So let's say we want to make a small program that asks the user for their name and then print out the welcome message that says their name. First thing we're going to need is a variable of a string data type that contains the name. So we'll do string name and we'll just declare it like that. We don't put a value in there yet because that's what the user is for. We'll do cout, which you're already familiar with, and we'll ask the user, what is your name? Then on the next line, we want to put cin, which stands for console input, followed by brackets going forward this time. And then we just add the data type name that we declared here. Now, lastly, we want to display the message. So we can say something like cout welcome, and we'll put name. And this needs a semicolon here. So what this program basically does is it creates a string data type name, sends a message that says, what is your name? Prompts the user to input a string, preferably their name, and then it will cout a message that says welcome, followed by whatever they typed in. Let's run this code and see what happens. What is your name? Camcoders. Welcome, Camcoders. Now, let's see about another data type. Let's try an integer. We'll do int h. And this time, we will ask the user, how old are you? And then we'll do cin followed by h. And then let's add to this message, welcome name, followed by you are age years old. And let's see what that looks like. What is your name? Camcoders. How old are you? 21. Welcome, Camcoders. You are 21 years old. So one thing you want to pay attention to is these like little bracket things. They connect the stuff together, but whenever you're doing strings, you might want to add a space in between them so that you're not getting these weird little messages like this without any spaces. Let's run this again with a cleaner output. What is your name? Camcoders. How old are you? 21. Welcome, Camcoders. You are 21 years old. Okay, that looks a lot better and a lot more English-like. So one thing that might happen is, let's say I ask the user for their name, right? And then they put a space. Let's say cam space coders. It's gonna mess up, basically. Look at it says, how old are you? Welcome, Cam. You are 0 years old. Like it didn't understand what happened because you put a space. And in order to remedy this, instead of using cin, what you use instead we want to write a new command called getLine, followed by parentheses, cin, and then our variable, in this case, name. Now, what this will do is it'll take everything, including white spaces, and add that to the variable. So let's run this again, this time with a space in between cam and coders. What is your name? Cam space coders. How old are you? 21. Welcome, Camcoders. You are 21 years old. So yeah, whenever you have a input where you need to put a space, you should always use getLine. Otherwise, you can just do cin name. Anyways, that's all there is to user input, and I'll see you guys in the next one.